Many annuals ago, the reality B3 was a pleasant one. The people called their home Oz. A kind and hard-working man, many whom said was a wizard, did his best to keep the reality safe. Unexpectedly, it was invaded by a powerful and terrible witch, who quickly cast large swaths of the reality B3 under her rule. The man tried desperately to find a way to stop her. He was contacted by a being of almost infinite power. This being was supposedly lost to the ages, wandering the multiverse. Known as Ratchet, the man and being struck a deal together and discovered the source of Ratchet's power. The two created a secret haven for the peoples of B3 and dubbed it the City of Emeralds. Ratchet's unlimited energy could power the city from below for eons, while the man kept his citizens at peace. But the City of Emeralds did not stay secret for long. The witch came for Oz, desiring Ratchet's power for her own. The man tasked Ratchet to create sentinels who would protect the people of Oz, and in return, he promised Ratchet a life of solitude. Ratchet found 3 unlikely subjects. The first was a man named Leon, a zookeeper, timid but itching for a fight. He would serve to fight as fiercely as a lion. The second, a farmer named Thatch, who had a brilliant mind for horticulture, but was often lost in his own thoughts and fears. He would embody this fear with the form of a scarecrow. The third was Lumiere, a man who had lost everything, including his heart. This final member would become known as the Tin Man. Ratchet acquired the subjects and created a trio of death, twisting and amalgamating their bodies and minds to fit the wizard's needs. Ratchet unleashed the 3 upon the witch and her army, 3 men against legions. The carnage and death was incalculable. The witch knew she was defeated, and in a desperate last move, she captured the wizard and separated his mind from his body. She placed him in an infernal prison, one of the very emeralds that powered the city. Before she could confront Ratchet, however, his trio descended upon her. Her tortured screams were the wizard's only solace. The being Ratchet vowed never to allow another threat to come to the Emerald City. Ratchet promised this trio of death unbelievable power and wealth if they swore to seek out and destroy anything or anyone the wizard perceived as a threat. But the Tin Man wanted more.
Don't worry, Jane. I'm going to bring you back.
Is I, your friend Uncle Reverend Lamar Tiberius Hogwaller III at your service again this evening. I am so glad that you decided to join me for story time once more. It warms my heart. Now, last time we read about the nefarious Tin Man and what done led up to his involvement in our section of divorce. Now, it would seem his scheming is far from over, that muck snot. But we got some good news, Joe. We got some good news. The bosses of Father are continuing to advance against those damn rebels and the renegades. Tonight, we're gonna take a deeper look, and I mean deeper look into the heart of that wall and see what the Tin Man is planning for all of us. Now, I present to you this little story that your Uncle Reverend Latimer likes to call the Brewing Stone. let's take a looky poo. Gustav and Mahedabel found a way to get Gustav past the breach into B3. However, getting him back, that's a different story.
Gustav, I see you're near the northern bank.
I'm getting weird readings. Can you check them out? Are you listening to me? I think it's the Tin Man.
Yeah. No, I'm listening. Okay, I gotta be getting close. I can hear his equipment.
Do you remember that bitch Admiral Jessup? She's been reported in the area, but something's masking her signal.
Listen, the Tin Man is there. He's the one closing the breach.
Bastard.
Rue, if you see him, approach with caution.
I've got him.
If you break him, make sure he can be fixed.
Whitaker needs him.
Time to make some scrap.
Gustav?
Your boyfriend's in a bit of a pickle.
Fuck off, Horatio. Gustav!
Too slow. Piece of shit.
Professor Richards had a feeling that Axel's previous involvement with the Order had tainted his reputation. He decided to get some answers.
This is all about finding the wisdom at the bottom of a bottle. Baby, we drank too much whiskey. Baby, we drank too much rum. Baby, we'll drink it all, give up and sink it all.
So, Mr. Richards is here. It's Professor Richards, you whelp. Professor.
So, now that you've upset the help, what was so important that you had to travel all the way here?
Your friend, Gregory Lush.
Friend is a bit of a loose term. By all means, make yourself at home, Jonas. Did you bring a gun into my home?
Given your known camaraderie with the Order, I have little interest in your dallying. I need to know everything that happened that night.
Very uncouth, Professor. Is it just me, or is it getting tense in here?
Enough of your prattling. You can reveal to me everything you know about that evening, or I'll use the neutralizer here, short out your galvanic system, drag you back to the lab, and extract what you know via more exacting methodology.
Very well. Gregory Lush was a no-account piece of jetsam. But he was a damn fine pilot. Once I learned what the Order really was, I cut ties with them and subsequently him. Even I have some standards, you carpetbagging popinjay.
But what about the night in the bar? What did the impudent whelp reveal?
He didn't tell me a goddamn thing.
That's not good enough, Axel.
He told me they let him go, which I knew was a lie. He was probably running from them. Look, I offered him work, which he declined because he's a gutless craven. Then he got drunk, passed out on the table on account of him being a delicate little flower. Then I left with 2 blondes and a busty redhead. You want those details too? Because they're extensive and graphic.
All right. Then I assume you haven't seen him since?
Fuck no, I haven't seen him.
He was found 2 days ago in the attic of a wooden shack with his head crushed like a vice. It wasn't pretty.
Fail to see what it has to do with me. Are we quite finished here?
Some say it's piquing the Tin Man. And if you had anything to do with it...
Don't insult me, Jonas. Jesus, why is it every conversation I have at gunpoint always come back to that tin can? He doesn't exist.
Hey, honey.
Wyatt said you wanted to see me?
Yeah. Was Audra able to save Lithium's arm?
Yeah, there was a lot of cursing involved, but she'll be okay.
So going through the information she gathered while she was tracking the Tin Man, which is not a lot, considering is how she decided to take him on alone.
So, what did you find out?
To be honest, the information was a little disturbing. You don't by chance recall World of Havoc, do you?
I wish I didn't. What I do know is that the Order has a stronghold there.
Yeah, and Tinker Toy is apparently using this to his advantage.
You don't say.
Found his way in. Apparently, what our spy in the Order has been telling us is all kinds of crazy has been showing up. Carnies, clowns. Anyway, they've been making a mess of things for the Order.
Isn't that good news?
Would be. Means he's getting better at manipulating the breach. Problem is, one of our own seems to have a history with that Tinker Toy. So what I need is you to talk to Attica. Find out what her intentions are. With her past, I'm starting to develop some trust issues.
Well, shit.
Look, children, it's time I get to introduce to you two of my favorite people, Mr. Alaric Zane and Min Shu. Now, they're two of Father's most trusted soldiers. I tell you what, children, that these two are deadlier than a midsummer hurricane.
I've had it with this stupid coalition. I say we unleash all our firepower in the name of Father and take out their base in the A-sphere.
You are foolish.
Oh yeah? I can still kick your ass, so watch your tone, you motherfucker.
Lord Zane, your hostility is your stumbling block. Your self-righteous anger has cost you more than one mission.
I don't need your philosophy right now. I just need to kill people.
Enough of this. Our only concern right now is to find the Tin Man in the machine he is building. Father will use it to create a great reality for us all.
What is this blasted machine supposed to do anyway?
With it, he can control the aether flows around us. He can use it to create new realities. The only one that should have that power is Father himself.
I thought we already had someone working on this. Admiral Jessup should have this covered, not us. We're not a fucking science division.
This is why Father trusts me more than you. Her ship was unfortunately pulled in to B3. Admiral Jessup has been captured. The Tin Man is going to use her to fill in the missing pieces he needs for his machine.
So we go to B3, get her back, kill the Tin Man. Nothing could be fucking easier.
Again, your arrogance blinds you. Getting into B3 is impossible. The reality has been sealed. Also, even if we could get in, the trees themselves are even known to attack people. It is a strange place.
And what the fuck do you suppose we do? You wouldn't know the answer if it was right on the left side of your fucking face.
I propose to draw him out. I shall get close to those he wishes to punish and wait him out. If I draw the coalition, therefore I draw the Tin Man.
You could have saved us a shitload of time if you would have just said that from the beginning.
You again are too impatient. Our enemies will meet, and I'll wipe them both away with swift and precise action.
And you plan to call them out how exactly?
I make myself known, then I wait. Perhaps I shall enjoy some noodles or some kung pao chicken.
Yeah, and I'll have to clean up your mess right after you fuck it up. I still think we can find a way into B3 and end this quickly.
Have you forgotten the past so easily? Have you forgotten the creature named Ratchet?
Yeah, I saw the whole battle. He's not that tough.
He vaporized 2 of our ships, 6 coalition vessels. He never fired a shot. He didn't even have any weapons to speak of. Neither the Order or the Coalition has been back since.
I still say that was some kind of trick. He had to have help.
You are a fool. Forget B3. You have your own mission.
Alright, what is it?
Not pure. Father has tasked you with collecting him. Though I disagree.
Finally. I get to have some fun.
When you find him, end him quickly. And bring only his remains back to Father.
Nox is a useless tart. I don't need you to tell me how to do my job.
The Tin Man will get Admiral Jessup to give up highly valuable information. If he could get her to talk, then he could finish his diabolical machine.
What more could you possibly want to know?
Well, since you're so kind to offer, I think all of the information you have on condensing ether will suffice.
Please, stop this!
I don't know anything about this. I'm not a chemist.
You are an admiral aboard a science vessel that moves ether all across reality. Don't lie to me.
Look, it's experimental at best. The results of condensing ether are very harmful. I swear that is all I know, you piece of shit.
You're dumb, Jessup. Cowardly lions don't get ribbons. They get their teeth pulled.
Look, this is just one document out of many, showing the acquisitions, the handover from Lemaitre to Tin Man, the money trail.
And yes, I see a lot of transitions of property, a lot of money moving around, but that doesn't prove that Lemaitre Industries became T&M Industries. It doesn't show anywhere that it is the same person.
Look at the language choice. No two lawyers could agree to write this the same way. Look at these banks. They're on the same facilities. No one would do this.
That's not true. Corporations use false organizations and dummy shells all the time to hide nefarious deals.
Thus, if Mr. Lemaitre was the Tin Man, he would choose to hide his money where he could easily access it.
But that still doesn't actually prove anything. Has anyone actually
It's a simple matter of transductive reasoning. You know for facts that this money changed hands, that these property changed hands, that the assets of Lemaitre are now the assets of TM Industries. Not to mention that Gustav saw it.
Well, why didn't you just say so?
Amelia Whitaker had managed to get Attica alone for what was sure to be an uncomfortable conversation. Knowing Attica's bad attitude and finding out how close to the Tin Man she really was had Amelia very concerned. Then again, Attica's apparent hate for the scoundrel could mean she was more willing to talk.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, a few questions.
All right.
You were on an away mission during my last run-in with the Tin Man.
The question?
All right. So is the Tin Man part of your past?
Indirectly. His sister was in the institution taking classes while I was there. His family might have funded it before the Order stepped in and took over.
Well, have you met him personally?
Only once. He was human, kind. He and his sister were close. I would imagine that it was her death that put him over the edge. Anything else? Kind of busy.
Just that we found out he's broadened his reach into Havoc.
Havoc? We should go. Let's find out what's going on.
No, I don't think so. Cedric's forbidden us from going there. The Order has a stronghold.
Then we'll deal with them too.
What part of no don't you understand? Stay out of Havoc. That's an order.
Of all the carnies that worked for the miscreant the Tin Man, Bompo was the most loyal.
What, may I ask, is our next step?
We spread the love of the carnival, but we will need a little more help.
Should I make another call to Lord Tremaine? He has plenty of soldiers to spare.
No, we won't need his help. We don't need soldiers. We need something more unusual.
If you don't mind me saying, sir, there is a airship I heard of called the Isabella.
The Isabella. Are you fucking crazy? Do you know what those assholes did the last time I went to go see them? Cap, I promise I will make you a very sweet deal if you give me those specs.
How about no? We're done with bargains with your copper-plated, arrogant, smelly, festering pile of manure. Tin Man, you're about as important to the multiverse. Oh, I don't know. Let's say a tick on my dog's left testicle. If I had to choose, I'd choose the tick.
The only good thing to do with those pirates is shove them in a big bag of nope and mail them to get the fuck out of here.
I'm so sorry that happened, sir. I had no idea. I'm sorry. I'll fix it.
Jack Raines. This sneaky little bastard had been working behind the scenes to figure out the Tin Man's plans. Using an algorithm of his own design, he was able to find and infiltrate the Tin Man's private residence on B3.
Door unlocked. Thank you for using Rains Code. Ether condenser. My, we have been busy, Mr. Tin Man. Very interesting. Excuse me, gentlemen, but it seems your Tin Man is a madman. What exactly did you get me into here?
Hello. Have we met?
Well, damn.
I see you found my things.
Mr. Zane was on the hunt for Knox Buell. He had learned that Knox was on a rendezvous with Jason Cartwright, the Coalition's lead scout. He decided to pay Jason an unexpected visit.
Motherfucker! Shit! Shit! Front of him! Legs! I can't feel my fucking legs!
Yeah, a bullet to the spine will do that to you.
You son of a bitch! You'll never bring down the Coalition!
I just don't understand you people. Father offers you peace if you just comply with what he wants you to do.
At the cost of my freedom? No thanks. You keep it.
I have all the freedom I want. Freedom to kill you fucks all day long.
You're sick, Zane. You're fucking sick as hell. You know that?
Where was your rendezvous point with Knox?
I'm dead either way. I won't betray a friend. Not to you, not for anything.
Then I guess it's time to send you off to the great beyond.
You know, for someone called Tin Man, they certainly had you smith a pair of brass ones. You realize that machine's gonna tear their realities at its seams, right?
You know, Jack was it. I fail to see the downside, because if everything works, I can win this war, and if not, everything goes away.
That's certainly a cheery thought. You realize you're included in that, right?
You say that like it's a big loss. Not even worried about it.
So what happens now?
Well, Jack, what would you like to have happen next?
Well, if I'm gonna be making magic wishes, I guess a sandwich would be nice. Also wouldn't mind not seeing your face again.
I'll grant half of your wish. Witnesses are a terrible thing to leave around.
Hey, come on, man. We can do this.
Axel had started to believe, perhaps, what Jonas Richards had said were the truth. If the Tin Man did exist, he'd need a plan B. His solution was to delve into the dark magic of Southern Voodoo. No, chill, that stuff just give me the willy. Don't mess with it.
No mere man shall be able to harm you.
Now, the Tin Man needed to get his possessions, so he hired somebody by the name of Isadora. Now, unfortunately for him, she gets very upset when some bitch-ass little tin can don't want to pay up the money he owe her.
Hey, jackass, I found your shit.
Not too bad for a woman. Are you waiting for something?
Yeah, to get fucking paid.
Paid? I'm not gonna pay you. There was no contract.
You're a special kind of stupid, aren't you?
A special kind of what? But why? Ow!
Well, I guess this is mine.
That really hurts. Bobo, I need help. Oh God, it hurts. Bobo! You miserable clown!
Oh, when the sunshine comes in to your window and it hits you right between the eyes, you stagger forward and you get your coffee with a piece of toffee on the side. The day begins and so you start to tinker. You are quite the thinker and it shows. This is the life of you, the wise repairman. How you fixed it there, man, no one knows. Every piece is put into its place. See the joy on everybody's face. You bring some joy into a broken world, and with a twist is new. And everyone says you have magic hands. No, there is not a man as good as you. See little children with their fractured toys and see the look of joy your work does bring. How when one person may see trash and rubbish, you see hope and love in everything. It's time for slumber, so you pack your lumber and your tools. Some people say that you should take it easy, but you know the lazy man's a fool. The world is counting on you every day in each and every way to do your best. This is the life of the esteemed repairman. They all need you there and get some rest.
Children, the next player in our Twisted Tale is a man by the name of Knox Buell. See, the Order has done things to Knox, terrible things. Things we wish he would forget.
Alaric Zane. Not exactly the person I thought I'd be seeing here today. Kind of puts a damper on my spirits.
Oh, and who were you expecting? Jason Cartwright, maybe? He's not going to be making it.
So I'm too late?
Well, if you hadn't been hiding out like a coward, we could have gotten to this a lot sooner.
Fuck you, Alaric. Don't take a genius to stay a step ahead of the likes of you.
I think you know why I'm here. Father wants you back.
Really now? Well, you see, that dog don't hunt.
You think I don't have what it takes? I'm gonna bust your skull in.
Really? Bitch? Stupid mother... Fuck off me! I would love nothing more than to break your scrawny, blue-eyed neck. You get to bring a message back to Father and all of those pissants you work for. He wants me back. He can't have me. I'm never going back. And the next person to come after me doesn't end up in good a shape as you did.
You think he fears you? No one has power like Father.
Now, my children, I know that you are excited about seeing the end of this little tale. But your good uncle knows that it's getting close to your bedtime. And if there's one thing Father does not like, is his children staying up too late. So we're gonna put you to sleep tonight, and we'll finish this tale another time. Now, your Uncle Reverend promises, and you know I'm good for my promises, children, that I will bring you the third and final chapter of this Tales of a Broken Reality. Just remember, my little ones, woe is hell, and it never changes. Perhaps our players would do well to remember that fact. It may make the oh so short and entertaining lives that much more full of mirth and joy and enjoyment for a deal. Now, is either side really good or evil? Now that's a good question, my children. And next episode, we're gonna explore the answer. But until then, good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the air rats bite. May Father bless. Uncle Reverend Latimer, out.